Hello guys, welcome back to the channel guys. It's a Sunday and I hope you're all having a great day. But anyways guys, my name is Jackie, and if it's the first time you've seen my channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share guys. You know, I'm asking please because I'm trying to build my channel and I would love to have genuine and loyal supporters on my side. So I'm asking you please, if you like me and you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment and share. And another thing I want to tell you guys that on my channel, I do a variety of content. I do reaction, I do lifestyle, vlogs, I do a little bit of everything, guys. So 1 minute I might be doing reaction, another minute I might be doing vlog or lifestyle, whatever it is, guys. It's me. Anyways, guys, let's dig in to what I've got to talk to you guys about today. Anyways, guys, as you can see, I'm at my new home. Not at my daughter's home. But guys, this house been such a challenge. At first, when we were buying this property, it says move-in ready, okay? Move-in ready. And the amount of money that we have spent buying this house was the most expensive house we have ever bought. When I say it's very, 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 very expensive. So, and it's a nice neighborhood, so we had to spend way more money for it. Even though we spend lots of money for this home, there are so many challenges. We found out that it needs a roof, the back part leaks, the basement, oh my God, the basement has this terrible smell that we can't figure out what the smell is. My husband already washed it out with bleach. We did a lot of stuff to it. So now he has discovered that it needs ventilation. So we went to Home Depot to buy these vent windows here that you see. Let me see if I can show you. These vent windows here that we have to put in the basement foundation because there's glass block there already. So he has to, kind of like tear out some of the glass block out of it to put the vent windows in. So there we could have some ventilation in this home. The home is nice, but it still needs so much. Look at it, guys. This is what it looks like. This is the vent window that is going to go inside of the glass block windows. We found these at Home Depot, and we only have 2 windows in the basement. The basement is not a real big basement. As you can see, watch the channel on that video that I showed you when we first looked at it, how it had a lot of cobwebs and lots of stuff down in the basement. But we're going to work with it because the windows are beautiful. The walls are nice. We didn't need to put new windows in. It had vinyl windows in. The carpet is really, really nice. It's really like a nice carpet. Nice carpet that the owners or whoever was selling the property put in to the home. But like I said, guys, it's so much challenges. Let's look at the kitchen. For example, I don't know, I'm going to show you because the camera is looking at me and I'm using my iPhone 15, so I can't switch it. So I might have to turn it around so you can see it, or I might have to connect some other videos up together. But anyways, let's look at it to see if we can get it together. This is a refrigerator here that we got. It was a combination set that we purchased with the stove at Home Depot. So the fridge right here, the stove there, this is stove, and this is the dishwasher right here. It's a new style dishwasher, and it also came with the microwave. So yes, it came with the microwave. So it's like a 4-piece deal we had bought, for a discounted price at Home Depot. But it's just so much At first, when this refrigerator came here, the refrigerator was so big that it could not even come to the front door. You see the front door over there is a size 32 door, you know, so the refrigerator couldn't come inside. So my husband had to take off the doors and and everything, and also had to take out the freezer door, everything, and to put this thing back was so complicated because this is the new style of the refrigerators, stainless steel by GE. So this refrigerator is so very, very nice. Look at it, there's nothing in there yet, as yet. But all of this stuff, we had to put back everything, all of that. So there's nothing in there but my Irish mash. And this is the freezer door down here. It's a freezer right there. So yeah, this is the stove right here. When they delivered the stove, they didn't deliver the stove with a power cord. So when we saw that they delivered the stove and they did not bring a power cord with the stove, we said right away, look, where's the power cord for? Oh, these stoves don't come with a power cord, but we'll give you a power cord. It's not a problem. So the guy came in and gave us a power cord. It's so big, it's behind there. I don't know if you guys can see the power cord behind there. But anyways, guys, this kitchen is so very small, and we also had to change the faucet and put this black faucet there. As you can see, with tools are everywhere. We're really not organized, really not set to even use this kitchen yet. My husband had to build a bracket for this microwave up here. See all the tools and everything here, the paint, everything has to be redone, not to mention this floor. They put this floor down, guys, and as you can see, I'm stomping on the floor. The floor is so uneven right here. So all of this floor is gonna have to be taken out, and then we're gonna have to put tile down. This is not tile, this is linoleum. So guys, if you're planning on buying a home, please pay attention, because sometimes you think you're paying attention when you really are not paying attention. Because I thought, I was paying good attention because I recorded the whole thing when I was looking at the property. I recorded this property twice when the agent was showing it to me. And I missed a lot of things. Even though I've recorded everything, I still miss it, because sometimes you really have to, when you're looking at a property, you really have to like turn on the water like this. You have to make sure the water is running, turn it on, and make sure the water is running on everything, because sometimes when you look at it, it's not, you can't tell by just looking at it. So you actually have to check everything out. We did not get no appliances here. And as you can see from the video, the first video, all of these cabinets were white. And even this cabinet here, this one up here, I don't know how that, we're gonna have to remove that because it does not match. Because the refrigerator is so big, the stove is a big new stove. All of these are modern appliances, stainless steel. I could have been like, oh, you know what? Go to the thrift store or go to a used store and get a cheap fridge. I could have gone and get a cheap stove. I could have gone and get a cheap microwave from Walmart. I could have gone and get a cheap dishwasher. When we came here, a dishwasher was here, a white dishwasher was here. But this was all filled up with dirty water and maggots. And this is supposed to be a moving ready home. It had maggots in there. When my husband pulled it out, we had to throw bleach all over on the floor. And when they delivered this new one here, most of the parts did not come with it. My husband had to, it's a lucky thing my husband always have extra parts of everything. I don't know how he keeps all these tools, but he always has extra stuff to use to make things work. This closet up here, when you see this closet up here, it was in white. They look so nice and clean, but inside of it, let me show you what inside of it looks like. Look at the door. Look at this door here. The door is all broken down, so we're gonna have to change it. And when they put it up, it only had a couple screws. So my husband had to attach all of these extra screws in. So sometimes they just botch up the homes just to sell it to you, just because they want you to buy the home, guys. And it doesn't matter if you spend $1 million for a home. I didn't say that's what I spent for this home. Definitely not, because I don't have that kind of money to spend for a home. But it's thousands and thousands of dollars I spent for this home. Nothing close to $1 million though. But you still have to come and do a lot of work to it. And right now, even though this carpet is brand new, as you can see, the carpet is brand new. Nobody has never lived on this carpet before. We still have to go get a carpet machine to wash the carpets because the basement is smelling so moisty. We don't know what it is. I'm so scared. And we have a brand new washer, brand new dryer down there. But like I said, I won't be going down in the basement until when my husband put those windows in the basement, when my husband put these vent windows in the basement. And also we might have to buy an air purifier for the basement too. Those machines that sucks out all kinds of moistures and everything. And that's gonna be, that machine is like close to $500 if you want a good machine. So it's a lot of little things, lots of little things that we have to do to this home before we can move in. So we're not in yet, and I'm not comfortable to really move in right now until when the home is right. I don't like the smell, even though the walls have been painted. The carpet is brand new. I don't like the smell what coming from the basement. This couch here is brand new. We bought this couch here. The TV is new. And that's all I'm gonna have in this room here. We're not gonna have a whole bunch of furnitures in the home because the home that we left from in Cleveland, we've been there for like 19 years, and the amount of stuff that I've collected over the years. I've given away so much clothes. I've given away so much. I practically gave away everything because the girl that bought our home, she was a younger girl. I gave her all of my furnitures. I had nice bedroom furnitures. Nice, when I say nice, we paid so much money for it. It came with a king size bed, bed head, bed foot, a chest of drawer, a nice mirror, a nice dresser. Okay, so mirror on the dresser, chest of drawer, bedroom set. We even gave her a 100-gallon fish tank that was inside of the living room. We gave her all of the couches that I bought. Brand new couch that I bought. It was like, the couch was probably about 2 years old. And I gave her everything because I said when we're moving, we didn't want to carry anything with us. We just wanted us to start all over. And even though we moved, we still have stuff in storage. My husband's truck is still filled up with all kinds of garbage in there. I wouldn't say garbage, stuff that we've had. All of his tools, all that stuff is inside of his truck still. So, it's just a lot of stuff. And I gave away so much stuff. I bought a brand new vacuum here. All of this is new that you can see inside of the house. This dining table here is brand new that we bought off of Amazon. So, and I don't want anything more in here. After we clear it up, after everything is all cleaned up and cleared up, when we're done with everything and everything is spanking clean, I don't want too much of anything anymore because we had too much stuff. We had a lot of stuff, and I'm still seeing a lot of stuff that we've carried from the home that we're living in, and I don't know why we still have so many things. After all that we have given away, we still have a lot of stuff. Why do we have so much stuff and a lot of people don't have this much stuff? You know, it's just not. To me, one person shouldn't have so much stuff. You don't need it. You know, you don't need all the clothes. You can't wear all of them. You know how much clothes I've given away on my shoes, and I still a lot of it. I don't even wear them. So why do I have all of this stuff that I don't need? Now going upstairs now. This is the stairway up there that I'm going up. I don't know if you can see up there. Like I said, it's a beautiful home, but if you see the walls right here, it did not come with any handrail. And when you're looking at a home, you're not paying attention. All you're looking at to see if the walls are smooth, how the floors are looking. Even though there's brand new carpeting down on the floor, when you walk on the floor, you can still hear the floor creaks. And I'm thinking, well, did they put carpet over like loose floorboards? So, what I'm trying to say to you is, even though everything looks pretty, you really have to check everything out. And it's impossible. When I say it's impossible for you to check every single little thing, is impossible. Because we did videos of all the tours, the homes that we're looking at. And most of the homes that we've looked at, they want so much money. And most of them are like, when I say they're junk, they're dumps. So if you might spend, probably some of them that we looked at, some of them were like $80,000, but you still have to put like another $50,000. Some of them were $40,000. You still have to put another $30,000 in. These houses that are on the market these days, and they want so much money for them, especially certain parts of the country, certain parts of the United States, you can't even buy a home there. Like California and New York, the two most expensive states, you can't buy homes unless you have millions of dollars. Or California is really, which surprises me, when my daughter had moved there looking to buy a home, she had cash money to buy a home and she couldn't find a home. They were selling her like trailers, $90,000 trailer they were selling her, and they still wanted her was to pay a lot fee of $800. How on earth she's gonna be buying a trailer, not a home, a trailer home for $90,000? Still have to pay closing costs, still have to pay everything. The closing costs is so expensive. You're talking about real estate people, they charge like 7%. And some parts of the country in the United States, they charge like 8%. Anywhere from 6, 7, or 8%. Okay, and do the math. If you're selling a home for like $90,000, okay? And realtors, real estate want 7% of that or 8% of that. So it's not cheap. And then when you buy these trailers, you have to spend a lot fee because the trailer, you own the trailer in California. Even not any parts of every part of the United States that you go to, you have option to buy a real home or you have option to buy trailer home. Every part of the United States like that. But in California, where she saw, and it wasn't even in LA. It was like, where was this place again? Oh my God, it wasn't LA. It was like 40, I think it was 1 hour and a half from LA. When I remember, I would tell you guys. And they had to run, even though she got cash money, everybody is all worrying about credits. Everything is about credit. Credit. Me personally, I don't believe in credits, okay? I do not believe in credits. That's one person that don't believe in credits. To me, cash is king. If you don't want my cash, that's too bad for you. I'm not buying nothing on credit. Because I've been there and I've done that. Because credit gets you in a lot of trouble. Okay, so I've been through foreclosure before years ago, before we had bought our house that we was there for 19 years. We went through foreclosure where my home was foreclosed upon. So I'm not interested in no kind of credits, because the day when you can't afford to pay for it, they're either if you have a car that you're buying on credit, 1 month you miss that car payment and 2 months you miss that car payment, they're coming to repossess that car. If you have a home that you can't pay your mortgage, they're coming to foreclose on it. I think it's 2 months. Because what had happened to us years ago, okay, we had this home. The house was already paid for. We kind of like put ourselves in that position. The house was already paid for because when we purchased it at the time, it was only $10,000 and we bought it cash, right? But back then, this was probably about like probably 22 years ago. It was very, 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 very cheap. And we went and borrowed money to fix the roof. We went and borrowed money to put new windows in, to put new floors down. And we ended up with a nice house because my husband was the one that did all of the work. He was the one that did the roof. He did the front porch. He did a nice front porch where people, when every time they were driving there, they had to stop and look because they wonder who built that front porch like that. He was that good and still is. Okay, so we did a lot of those things. And while we were working on it, everything was all good. Everything was good, good, good. But the minute I think I'd missed a month, and I said, next month, I'm going to just go ahead and pay 2 months ahead. When I did that, the bank wrote a letter and saying that it's not acceptable. They don't want the money. This was $2,000 at the time we're sending them because it was $1,000 a month for mortgage payment at that time. When we had taken out mortgage on the home. Because the home, like I said, was originally bought for cheap, and we're the one that went and took mortgage out because we wanted extra money, equity out of the house and all that. So after that, I figure more or less everything is cool. I'm paying on it for a straight year already, and haven't missed a payment since. So the first payment I missed, the next month I sent the 2 months payment. Then the bank wrote back and saying that it's not acceptable. They don't want the 2 months. They refuse to accept the money. So they put us in foreclosure. And guys, if you ever heard of Deutsche Bank, run. If you're out there trying to get a mortgage, right? And whether if it's conventional loan or FHA loan, any kind of loan that you're trying to get, and you ever hear the word or this bank all of a sudden come up, Deutsche Bank, or run, because no matter what, you can never win them. Because I had attorneys, I had everything. I put stoppage on the foreclosure, and they found a way to broke that off. I kind of like held up the foreclosure for a couple of years, and I couldn't hold it up no more. So I had to find an attorney, and we end up suing them, and we lost. Okay, we lost the case. You cannot fight Deutsche Bank. And at that time, I wasn't paying any attention. I was just paying attention to work because me and my husband was doing moving and haul. We had a business together, and the business, we were running the business from the home at that time. So our heads were everywhere, and we thought we had everything down to pat. We had it down, so it's not going to be a big deal. Let's send off 2 payments and everything. So, but I'm just trying to tell you guys, you just have to weigh the pros and cons with everything, because credit is not always good. I believe 100% in cash. So ever since then, I just kind of like wipe credit out of my mind. I kind of like save my money. I do what I have to do, but credit is not a part of my life. I'm not interested. I've had credit cards before. Some of them been paid off. Some of them are kind of like don't pay off. But in the long run, when you have a home and you take out like credit, people come and sue you. I remember we had a storm at our house years ago. This is the house that we just sold. And, you know, the company came out, we hired a company to come out and look at our garage roof because it was a storm. So when the person come, you know, when they came out, they gave us an estimate and everything else like that. So we decided that we were just gonna go ahead and just tarp up the roof until we were ready to put a new roof on it. We didn't decide what we was gonna do. So this company that we hired, they mostly do restorations. So they came out, they put on a new roof. The roof was like about $800. Not a new roof, a tarp over the roof. I should say, I'm sorry about that. A tarp over the roof and charge us $800. But I remember again, when it had rained and there was a lot of wind, the tarp blew right off, halfways. So I said, look, you know what, you guys came out and you guys didn't do this tarp right. I know you guys are charging me $800 for this thing. In the meantime, I had insurance on the home. So it wasn't coming from out of my pocket. It was insurance was paying for it, but still my insurance. So I kept on calling them and says, look, come back out, fix this thing right. There was a lady in the office who was arguing about me. Oh, Jackie, you know, we did a good job. I said, look, how are you going to do a good job if the tarp has blown off? You call that good? But there was nothing that I could say or do to this woman. You know, some of these people that work in the office, I don't know if she was a gatekeeper or what she was, or if she was the owner for it. Oh my God, but this woman was so difficult. She didn't want to bend, and I didn't want to bend either, because even though it was insurance, I had to pay insurance every month. And so if I need for it to get done right, it's going to get done right. So it got so escalated to the point where I told the insurance company not to pay them. I am not going to pay them. So, you know, they decided, they've been calling months upon months upon months to try to work stuff out. Every time we call, it's a big argument. I said, look, I can't work with you guys. It look like it's not going to be any, it's not going to be solved because it's so difficult. You guys do not put customer first. You guys put yourselves first. Whatever you feel, however it is, it is. And I'm not satisfied with the work or the job in which you did. So therefore, if you're not going to fix it, we're going to end it right here. So I end it right there. After that, I just kept on getting messages. Oh, I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to sue you, and blah, blah, blah. They went to the courts, and they sure did went and put a lien on my home, guys. They went and put a lien on my home, and when I sold the house here the other day, this was a part of the closing cost. $800 turned into $1,600. I had to pay $1,600. So when you have a home, you have to be careful. And when you're buying a home, you also have to be careful, guys. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, sometimes no matter what you do, no matter how you look, when you get into a home, even if you pay $20,000, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000, $250,000, you're still going to have something, work to do. You're never going to get it all too good. And certain parts of the countries, the homes are a little bit more that you can afford. But buying a home like in California and New York is a little bit kind of like impossible if you don't have A1 credit. And when I say A1 credit, I'm talking about 800 credit score, and I'm talking about full-time job somewhere. And we were self-employment people, so that wasn't not going to work for us. So I'd rather stay in parts of the country like this, where if I have cash, I can just take up the money and go buy a home. If I want a fixed up home or I want to run down, it's going to be my option. You know, I have choices then, you know, to do what I got to do. Anyways, guys, let's move on. Okay, now, guys, look on this wall right here. This wall right there. This is the chimney, okay? This is the chimney. And if you look right up there, you will see where the wall is sweating. You see it right there? You will see around here. And this is where the moistures are coming in. So what they do when you're buying a home, they'll come, they know that part of the roof is probably leaking around the chimney around there, because that's what I'm thinking. It's leaking around the chimney. They will come and they will put all kinds of painkiller on the wall. You got some paints at Home Depot that it will kill stains, it will kill any kind of marking. So they will put that over it and then paint over it, and you will never know. You're thinking that, oh my God, these walls are so nice. But look, there's cracks right there, as you can see. Cracks right there. The paint is going to, soon as we turn on the furnace, as soon as my husband clean these vents down here, and we got to clean that. These vents, this is a return vent. That's where the heat comes up through these vents right there. As soon as my husband cleans the furnace, and you know, because the furnace needs to be cleaned also and tuned up, and put that new filter in that we bought at Home Depot. And we bought this filter here at Home Depot. And turn the furnace on. The furnace might dry out the moisture a little bit. But everything, see, 16 by 25 by 1. That's the type of furnace filter that we use in here. But as soon as, and this is a thermostat for the furnace right there. That's a thermostat. So soon as he cleans out everything and turn on the furnace, sometimes when you turn on the furnace, it has this smell that comes out from the furnace. So that's why you have to clean it and get it serviced at times, and then put like a new furnace filter in. I think it's every 30 days you have to change your furnace filters. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see there's a lot of moisture here. This is the basement down here. That's the basement down there. I don't even want to go down there. See those walls that you see down there? They also need to be tuck pointed. The basement is leaking. When it rains, you can see water coming out, bubbling out of the wall. So yes, guys, even though it's moving already, we still got our task at hand. See all the light fixtures and everything. You know, it's updated light fixtures. You know, the doors are okay, the windows are okay, the walls are okay, but because there is moisture in coming through the chimney here. I see up there on the ceiling, all of that contribute to the smell of the home. And the smell is a moisture smell. It has a strong moisture odor. So when my husband put the glass black windows in, where he's gonna kind of like, it has glass black window down there right now, but he has to kind of like chip it out and put the vent in. So when he does that, and also this home comes with one bathroom, and we're not used to one bathroom. So the house that we left had two bathrooms, one for me and one for my husband, because I like to have my own bathroom. So now we're gonna have to share bathrooms. So we're planning on putting in a shower down in the basement. So he's gonna build his own bathroom down in the basement. So we're only gonna just share bathrooms for probably just a little bit, but I like to have my own bathroom. Yes, I'm used to that. I'm very spoiled. So yeah, but he's gonna put a shower down there. I've got a tub. It's a weird kind of tub shower combination that has something around it. And at first I said I was gonna tear it out and put a new bathroom in, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to probably put a new, which I am going to put a new face basin and vanity there. We already bought that at Home Depot already, and my husband is installing it upstairs. So I will show you that in some days to come, and I will try to get it together. But with this video about this new home here, I'm gonna have to get you piece by piece, because it's not going like the way how we had planned plan for it to go. You understand? It's not going that way. So I'm going to have to give you piece by piece by piece until when I can get it together. In the meantime, guys, I will also be doing my other content, my reaction and whatever I can do. You know, I'm doing the best that I can too. So, because I'm dying to move in here. I spend too much money that we can't move in here. I'm at my daughter's home, but I really want to come to my own home, but I can't come here right now like this because the carpet rug, because even though it's brand new carpet in here, nobody has never lived in here. And when you know nobody's living in here, because we did vacuum and there was a lot of dirt that came up into the vacuum. So, you know, all the dust, moisture, you know, and what you call it, dust mite and all that stuff. So this thing is going to have to, we're going to have to go rent our carpet machine, and we're going to have to clean the carpet with some nice disinfectant and some other stuff before I can move in. Anyways, guys, I will keep you informed and abreast of what I'm doing at my new home, and hopefully I'll be happy here very soon. So let's see. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, and share my video in the meantime, guys. And you know, I will be back again. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye bye. Bye.